Welcome back. So, today we're going to work on, um, you know, an open code presentation. So, open code presentation. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but we will see. Let's close this thing let's remove everything from here for now, and we will see how it goes, okay? So, I'm going to open code for now. I'm going to put here the presentation, and we will see how this goes. I would like to, you know, let's add a new project, and it's going to be P9 in here. And I'm going to plan, as I don't have any more limit. So, I have limit for the week. It's not here. We're going to talk with Minimax, and we will see how this goes. There's also Nematron. Wow. Anyways, so I would like to work on an open code presentation. I'd like to upload it to GitHub pages so that I can share it with my viewers. I am not sure how I'm supposed to create it in the first place. Can you give me some ideas on frameworks, on different pieces of software that I can use for achieving that? And let's see if Minimax knows anything, because yeah. So this is free, so sometimes it takes a bit. I have not updated because I'm using my own OpenCode build, and I don't need to have the latest option. Thanks to my build, I can fork to a new session this thing if needed. Okay, so look at that. I'll help you explore options for creating a presentation that can be deployed to GitHub pages. Let me first check what's in your current project directory to understand the context better. At least there's nothing in here. The directory is empty, so you're starting fresh. Here are the best options for creating a presentation that works well with GitHub pages. Reveal.js, general presentations, HTML, JavaScript load, direct HTML upload. MARP, Markdown based slides, simplicity, allow export to HTML upload. SlideF, developer demos, code heavy slides. Setup complexity medium, build a static and then upload. Remark.js, quick markdown slides, very low, single HTML file. My recommendation, Reveal.js is the most popular for GitHub pages because it has native support for Markdown slides, more than 100 themes available, works directly as a static HTML, no build step needed. Easy to customize with speaker notes, transitions, etc. For map, if you prefer writing in Markdown and want something simpler, Markly is great. It's great. You write Markdown, export to HTML, and upload. Wait, rebuild.js, direct HTML. So maybe, how are you supposed to write slice in reveal? Yeah, so the question is, what language are you supposed to be using in here? Native support. Reveal.js, you write a slice using HTML or Markdown. Markdown, Morse common, this and that. This is Markdown? Are you sure? Okay, I see. Section, wait. Structure overview. This and that. You can either download and edit used in the. Okay, so here, that's where I fork. Very low, single HTML. So I'm going to fork and I'm going to ask regarding remark dot. Give me an example of a slide in remark.js so that I know what's. So I'll work in with it. So let's see what explanation, because I'm not sure what to use in here. Here's our remark.js slide example. Name slides, class center, middle, my OpenCode presentation. Slide 1, what is OpenCode, this and that, key features, slides. Thank you. GitHub pages link. What the hell? How it works, this and that. Okay, let's fork this thing. So does remark.js support working with images? Is this doing anything? Yeah, so if it's free, sometimes is X web search with Minimax. So wait a second, please. Okay, so we're back. Does Remark.js support working with images? So apparently you can, yeah, you can control some stuff in here. So yeah. Since remark.js runs client-side in the browser, you need to ensure the image paths resolve correctly when deployed. These relative paths work. Okay, so so I can start a new conversation, and I can say I want to start a remark.js presentation from scratch. First of all, hit init the repo, and first of all hit init the repo, and we will work from there. So let's build and let's go. Maybe I can start a new conversation, and let's forget that hit was run in here. I don't know. Maybe I could hit init myself with the shell command that I added the other day, but didn't want to do that, so we will see how it goes. Because once you use one of these tools, you don't want to figure out which it is the best commit message, and you want everything to get done by the tool because it's easier to do so. You know what I mean? So here you have got the initialized. Oh, look at that! It's using master. Why? Well, doesn't matter, isn't it? Would you like me to create? Okay. Let's create. Okay, so give me some. What I want to do is to be working on my. Where are the nodes? Here. I would like to be working on my sections, and I will go and check later on what happens. So this is OpenCode presentation video. Okay. Agents. So OpenCode presentation video, and we will work from there. Okay. So the topics that I want to be working regarding this presentation video is an introduction. It's multimodal support. Then free models to be used by default. What else? So regarding models, we would have multimodal support, and you can use Codex in a free ChatGPT account. Okay, and so agentic use, agent and sub-agents, and here we can talk about .opencode agents, and what about agents.md and .agents from Codex. There should be also something about free software for freedoms of software according to FSF. Then we've got the table with Codex CLI, Codex Desktop, Cloud Code. What else is there? OpenCode and their licenses or lack their licenses. So this is what I want to be talking about. But now we're going to check what agents and then custom builds of OpenCode. Yeah. So I would like to create a presentation regarding OpenCode. Can you suggest me some main topics, sections regarding OpenCode? Because what we want is some topics so that we can polish our own, our own presentation so that it has more stuff. Although what we want to be saying isn't there, but maybe we have left something else out of it. So thanks to OpenCode, we will see. Okay, look at that. A few questions. What's your take? Yeah, I mean, lightning talk. Yeah, no. Let's copy this thing. By the way, let's copy the answer so that we have. So let's ignore this thing. So introduction. What is OpenCode? Okay, free software. OpenCode desktop. Okay, because I use OpenCode desktop instead of OpenCode CLI. And we have to talk about OpenCode CLI. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is to copy and paste this one on the top, and I'm going to modify it slightly so that it uses the it uses what there's here. So what's OpenCode's missional and terminal based approach? And here I can talk about all free software. Yeah. Okay, so this is number 2. This is number 3. Why I use OpenCode desktop instead of OpenCode CLI. Better instead of this. So models. Yeah, so models, the same thing. So you've got the multimodal support where you have what is OpenCode, mission, OpenCode, mission, terminal-based approach. And yeah, multimodal free models to be used by default. You can use Codex model in a free account. And okay, so agents and subagents. OpenCode uses this thing here. What about this and that? And 6 custom builds when you lack some features, you can vibe code them as I did. Okay, what else I was doing regarding all of that? So maybe div UI, where you can see differences in your code. Then there's something else, which I don't remember. So let's read what we have here. Core features: AI-powered code edit, file operation, terminal comments. Yeah. Free software. So this can go in here. So this is number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why the hell I am using? And let's use like this so that it knows. Comparison versus copy and paste from ChatGPT. Okay, what use cases: debugging, refactoring, code generation. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be quite fast to say the thing. 8, 9, getting started, installation and first steps. A demo upcoming. Boom, 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 boom. Demo, getting started, installation and first step. Installation. Quick mention regarding installation. I mean, it's going to be very fast, so installation. Future demo, live examples of common workflows. Demo, just, it's going to be just demo. That's it. So now I can copy this thing, maybe. So yeah. So I can fork this thing and I can say, I want to start remark.js presentation from scratch. I'm going to say commit your changes in the convert this presentation schema onto remark files that I can use as boilerplate to complete the presentation. And this is build. Commit your changes. Ask me if you have any doubts, and at the end commit your changes. So we will see what happens with all of this. Okay, and we will be doing this presentation regarding OpenCode. In the so once we have all of the markdowns, it's going to be nice because we will be able to write down all of this. So we will see how this works, because I have asked some boilerplates, so in theory it should not write too much about it, like only so let's see. It says the directory is empty and ready. I have some questions before creating the boilerplate. Section 2, free software table. What are the exact licenses for Codex Desktop Cloud OpenCode? Okay. Seriously, are you asking me this thing? What are the exact licenses for Codex? Let's open a new session. Let's plan search them online. What else? Section 6, models. Which specific free models should be listed as defaults? Yeah, that question I can answer myself. So yeah, let's see. So those are OpenSend models. So the first one is dipsic version 4 flash free. Then you've got Minimax M2.5 free in the Nemotron 3 super free. And what else do we have here? Ring 2.6 Bedan Sawant. How are you? Ring 2.6 1T free. So that's the question. And what this one here, probably, I mean, maybe we can get the answer from up. Are you trying to learn OpenCode? Have you already used it? Okay. Status code. None to for okay. It's taken a lot for searching those licenses. So Codex CLI is open source. Then Codex Desktop is not open source. Cloud Code, I have used OpenCode. Okay, Cloud Code is not open source, even if they have a GitHub repo with some skills. And OpenCode is open source. These are my initial notes, and these are the results of the search. If this ever okay. Codex Desktop, same I don't. Codex desktop is not like that. So, proprietary and mid license. Okay, so okay, let's try. Can we copy this thing for now? So the result of the search is Codex CLI. It's Apache license 2.0. Codex desktop OpenAI. No. I mean, for using, okay, so Vedant Savant says that he has used OpenCode for using agent skills. Well, I have had some problems with that because I thought that this used the Codex way of doing thing, but it has its own directory and so on. So it was a bit confusing at first, and as I have reached my Codex limit, I think that it's not working as well as I thought it was working. So the Codex desktop source code is not available, if I'm not mistaken. Codex, okay, look at that. Codex app, look at that. There's Codex desktop rebuilt. So I don't think that the Codex desktop is in here, even if it says that you know, that it's in here, because otherwise I would know it. And look at that, the Codex desktop. So cross-platform Electron build for OpenAI Codex desktop app. This and that, this and that. This project rebuilds the Codex app for cross-platform distribution. Original Codex CLI by OpenAI is licensed under Apache 2.0. So apparently they have taken all of the stuff, and why are so many Chinese commits and so on? So I am still not sure that you can build so Codex desktop, this and that. So I might add that I am not sure. Proprietary. This one is proprietary, and OpenCode apparently is a mid license. Hopefully that's right. So what about section 7? What are the installation methods? Yeah, so what are the installation methods to be using? I mean, just a link to the web and the curl installation, and just a link to the web, the curl installation for the OpenCode CLI, and a dev package for the OpenCode desktop. Okay. Once you clarify this, I'll create this and that. So I'm going to say build, and let's go. We're going to create the presentation, and we will edit stuff later on. So I have an earlier video regarding the agent skills, Vedan Savant, and so what happened the other day was that let me see, I was in here in this P8 agents P8 agents project, and so yeah, so you might have .agents, and you might have agents.md. These are from Codex, so they are kind of ignored, if I'm not mistaken, by OpenCode, because it doesn't detect the agents. So you have to create .opencode/agents and put the thing here so that it's taken into account. And so the other day I byte coded calculator, which is nothing. I mean, it's nothing useful at all. So it's calculator. It's missing the minus button here. I mean, it's here apparently. But what I mean is that it's very basic. So I just wanted to bytecode the different options. So I removed some buttons, then I added them again to see if I could trigger different agents. You know what I mean? So for now, we are letting Minimax to write the presentation. Maybe Minimax is more for coding, and I should have sent this to DeepSeek and see how it goes. I don't know. And yeah, so as I was saying, so I've got it that calculator, and yes, I was trying to make all of the agents to work, which in OpenCode they are called sub agents. So basically, what you see in the UI is an agent, and if an agent is using another agent, the agent which is being used is a sub agent. So here there's the project piece 08. You can see here like I have an orchestrator agent. So in this desktop UI, there's no need to write um, this symbol, which arroba, I don't know, this symbol, so that it use a given agent. You can the default the big agent that you can use is in here. I'm not sure how it decides that you can use that, but that's how it works. So in the meantime, this has created the remark.js HTML boilerplate and the presentation, this and that, and present open index HTML on a browser. So we might give it a go. Let's see how this goes. I don't want to restore anything. What the hell is this trying to load? OpenCode presentation. Why is this taking ages to load? Blocked origin. What? Provisional headers. So that's when you start to get okay, blocked origin. So when loading index.js in the browser, I am getting an status blocked origin in the browser developer tools tab. Hopefully it knows what's supposed to be doing. Add files and commit. Okay. So I don't know, maybe it has added some same origin, you know, protection or something, and this has made everything to not to work and so on. Let's just stop and try the DeepSeek thing, because you know DeepSeek. Wait, interrupted. What happens here? Can't I set this DeepSeek? Let's fork the session. Hopefully that's going to reset whatever it needs to reset. I want to see how long DeepSeek before Flash takes, and yeah, okay. That happens because the browser blocks external remark.js script when loading. Choose solution. Replace CDN with local remark.js, most reliable. Shell thinking. Okay, so I'm going to say that he needs to download remark.js and use that, commit that and use that. Yeah, it takes some time to reply, so I'm not sure if maybe we can stop this thing. Shell download about it. Yeah, I mean, user aborted the comment. Yes, was. Look at that. It says that there are two solutions, and it goes with the first one. That's without asking me. That's quite interesting. Let's go here for the moment, and let's see what we have here. There was nothing downloaded, so let's start again. Let's go with Minimax directly, and let's see what it does. I want to know if this goes faster, better, if it takes decision by itself, or if it asks me to do stuff, because yeah, that's something that I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. Two solutions: serve locally, recommended, then open and bear markdown inline. I'll update the HTML to include the presentation directly. What? Serve locally. This is a course issue when opening the HTML directly with file protocol. The browser blocks loading scripts from external URLs. OpenCode presentation. Why? Why isn't doing this? That's nonsense. Have we managed? What's the presentation? Let's restore whatever changes it has tried to do in here. Yeah. We don't want that. So load an index HTML. The words I'm getting. Make sure to download and commit whatever GS you need so that it's local. And we about these kinds of problems. Also modify index to use that specific GS and commit it. Build. So apparently you have to steer it so that it works with some understanding of what it needs to do, because when there's a problem there are many ways of solving it, and thanks to it we can undo stuff. And yeah, by the way, there's this status. We should have like a hit. I mean, there are the changes here like last turn changes, but there's also the hit one. And track, review, and undo changes in this project. I haven't tried this thing regarding create cheat repository. I'm not sure if it's not shown here because I need to load the project again or exit OpenCode and enter again. So yeah, so we have a shell here in thinking. So once we have the presentation in place, we can by the way, I would like to take a look at the OpenCode thing, because look at that, Fedora 43 invalid elf header embedder SQL3 node. It's interesting how this is from Chinese guys or Japanese guys, whatever. So Windows.x, because Codex Desktop wasn't available for Windows originally. It was only available for Mac OS. So now it's available for Windows, and I think they don't have Linux built yet. The thing is that I am not so sure that the Codex app is built from here. Let's see the releases. So what do they have as binaries here? So AMD's, I mean Arch, what's the ARM 64? Wait, this is argument pbrap. Huh, interesting, they are using pbrap. So Codex Apple warning, PC Windows, App Server, Command Runner, npm responses API, Windows Sandbox, PC Windows. But the app, if I'm not mistaken, the app is not here. You know what I mean? And the main reason is because you don't have, I mean, it's Codex Rust SDK third party. I don't think Codex OpenAI Codex app source code. Codex app is based So source code. Where can I find the OpenCode AI source code? The OpenAI source code. OpenAI Codex app source code. Okay, here it is. Let's ask Gemini because otherwise it doesn't know. Yeah. Where was this thing? Let me change this thing into English for now. And where can I find the OpenAI Codex app source code? Why is answering again in English? Google.com. Damn it. Haven't I changed this thing into English? Hello? Hello, my friend. Why is it taking so long to just open this thing? Reply in English. Visual source code. I'm interested in the OpenAI Codex app or desktop program source code. And I don't think that's okay. The source code, so it's in here, open source. Here it is. The Codex CLI and the Codex BS code extension being open source is usually it's rate and helpful, this and that. We don't have any plans, this and that. And that's it. I mean, the only thing that makes sense, it's the only thing similar is what this Codex desktop rebuild they have done in here. You know what I mean? But I don't want to use that, so it's like as I was saying, it's proprietary. So in the meantime, we are downloading remark.js locally, which takes a lot apparently. Shell tool terminated comment after exceeding 2 minutes. Oh. And wget, same thing. The file was created. Let me check it and update. And 0 bytes. Empty file. Let me try different LLM. Huh. Check file size. Now you've got 51 bytes. That's interesting. Let me unpackage on or try. Okay, let's stop this bullshit and let's fork from here because otherwise we're going to be here all of the night. Let me check if it has modified anything in here. Yeah, there's this remark thing which package version not found 0.14.0. Oh, that's why it's not finding whatever. So now we don't have anything in here. And I mean, it would have figured it out eventually, but you know, are you building something? Hi, Amedi T. Um, I'm trying to build a presentation for OpenCode. So it's not actually like a build, but it's similar because it's not working straightforward, and probably I have to figure it out my own how to do the stuff. So um, yeah, so we are trying to use mm, remark.js. So remark.js. Look at that, remark.js. And let's see in the official web page how to use it, how to download it, and so on. And once we have done that, we will be able to use this thing probably. Why is it taking ages to load this thing? That's very strange. Yeah. What also amazing what I was building the other day was a small calculator in PyQt. Let's open this thing in another can. Okay, here's another one. Can I trust any of that? Mac drum processor powered by plugins. Remark is an ecosystem of plugins that work with Markdown, this and that. Okay, yes, fork this site. So this seems like the site in GitHub. And remark.js, remark. Remark is a tool that transforms macro with plugins. Yeah. Is there a remark.js project as is? Or we only have remark and that's it? What did this when I should use that? GitHub Flower Markdown. Look at that. Full example. This, that, check in. I mean, the problem that I see here is that there is a lot of stuff. So what about Remarkly? What about the releases? See this thing. So this tag equals this version, but there's only the source code, which means that we are going to get all of this. And what I actually want is something similar to a binary so that I can just download it. And I wonder if, oh my god, go directly to project site. Gina remark. Simple in-browser Markdown-driven slideshow tool touched at people who know their way around HTML and CSS featuring this and that. So apparently there's a Remark.js project with Remark, and there's Remark for wait. So how are we supposed to be using this thing? I'm not sure this is the same thing as we have seen before. But this is wiki page explains how to use this. Getting started. This and that. Open, edit, and this and that. Fonts, this. Remark, align, this and that. Create, bar. Offline, you can use this and that for more advanced. Yeah, but where the hell do I download remark.js? Okay, so I guess that we can go with the release, which it only has one of them apparently. So this is all as fact, but at the same time, I guess oh my god. So gnum remark. Make.js. Okay, let's go with this and hopefully. And this is going to be the tip. Go here and you figure out. Because right now I'm a bit lost of how you're supposed to fix this manually. Web fetch doesn't like to get this thing, so I get that web fetch is from there. And now it's trying again. 404. Oh, okay. He has tried to use the remark.mean.js. So now let me check the boilerplate local.html to understand what's needed for local development. Web fetch. The local boilerplate expect out remark.js. Let me download the build.js. You're not going to find it. Let me try downloading it from the source directly. This is not going to work, I think. Probably an error. Let me check what's in it and try npm instead. Yeah, the problem is that this remark.mean.js that it's expected to have again and again, it's not in here. Usually npm and install remark. So was this an npm package all of the way and we were trying something else? Wondering if that's what this is about. Remark versions 14. Okay, oh, we might only one file. This is the wrong package. It's a markdown processor, not the slideshow. Let me find the correct now. Oh my god. npm search remark slideshow. The gnum remark slideshow tool is different from the npm package. Let me clone and build it. Shell syncing. Deny. Clone it in a temporary directory inside of the project. You might delete that temporary. You might ask me to delete that temporary directory later on. That way, because it's cloning by default in TMP. Clone remark repo to project. So remark build. Yeah. So we are going to clone a strange slideshow builder based on JavaScript. We are going to build it so that we have a JavaScript. We are going to include it on the GS thing, and we will see how this goes. Wait a minute. What the hell is happening with the why do I have, so I'm seeing data kilobytes per second in the OBS are not so well, and I don't know why is that. Clone remark repo to project. Now I build it in the npm. Are we sure this is npm stuff? Oh my god, it's not working. The environment variable cron path must. Why the hell do you need cron at all for any of this? The build failed on test, cron not set, but the vendor should have worked. Let me check. GS was built. Now let me copy the necessary files and update the HTML. Okay. Look at that. Remark.js. Also need CSS. Let me check the build more carefully. Are we sure we need CSS? I'm not sure of that. Read make file. Read make.js. Let me check where the CSS is output. So this should be a fine. There's no CSS. Looking at make.js, let me find where CSS less is compiled. Grep pattern less include make.js. The CSS is aligned to JS. Let me copy the JS and update index.htm to reference it locally. Okay, that's nice. So we copy this thing here and we say please use it locally, and once we do this, this should work. And we also embed the presentation content. What, the presentation content? No. No. Why would you do that? No, you are supposed. Wait a minute. Maybe that's how you're supposed to commit changes. I want to ask about this. Wait a second. Well, I'm not sure what I have copied in here. Is it usual to embed the presentation content in the HTML. Shouldn't I develop the slides in Markdown and then later on with a makefile or something similar build the final HTML? Okay, build what else do we have in here? Yeah, the embedding, this and that. So let's ask for this thing for now, and now in theory we should be able to refresh this thing and see what happens. Look at that. So OpenCode. What is OpenCode? OpenCode mission, terminal-based approach, free software, with license. OpenCode desktop, core features, use cases, models. Getting started. Web, this and that, desktop, agents and sub-agents. I mean, it's a bit rough, but that's the skeleton for this thing. Okay. You're right. The typical workflow for Remark.js is keep slides in separate.md file, easier to edit version control, build to step, embed Markdown into HTML or reference it. Options for the build. Use remark size to reference the Markdown file directly. Use a makefile script to inline the Markdown in the HTML at build time. Current issue. My embedded approach means you have to edit the HTML, which is okay. Let's fall from here. Let's ask to build, and I'm going to say, please restore the presentation onto the original .md file if it's not there anymore, and use mark size. Is it mark size? Remark size. Use to refer to the MD file directly so that I can edit the MD file more easily. To refer to the MD from the HTML page. Yeah. Hopefully that's going to do it. In any case, we can take a look and see what the hell has this done. Status, so hit show head. So index.html has all of the presentation. This is remark.js, and apparently we still have the .md presentation, so it's in here. So there's no need to restore the presentation. Now I'll update this and that. Read index HTML syncing. So what I would do is like amend the previous commit so that we don't have any change in the index.html and 106 deletion. That makes sense. And once this is done, we will due to course bullshit, it works even if. So if we reload this thing, presentation.md, blocked origin. Wait a second. Has this thing added the online GS thing? Remark.create. Remark.create. File protocol. Python this and that? Seriously? Seriously? Even if GS file is local? I should have set plan. But yeah. In any case, I think that what we have here, yeah, it's blocked origin. It's fucking blocked origin. Why would you block this thing? Wait a second. Yeah, okay. 1 second, please. Yeah, somehow it doesn't work, but you're right to question this. Let me check if there's a workaround. We can try fetching the background via JavaScript. It might work with local files. What the hell is doing here? Fetch presentation.md, then response this and that. Are we sure this is going to work? I don't know. Course error. Presentation.md. Now we actually have a presentation, a course error when trying to fetch presentation empty. In the previous change, it sort of worked, but only presentation.md was seen in the HTML page. Can you undo your changes without using hit reset and try it in another way. I need to end the stream. It's very late. This thing isn't working so well. I wonder if with Codex we will have ended before, because it will have just that something else. You know what I mean? Show commit history. Use fetch, this and that. The previous change. Revert the last two commits. It's bullshit. Okay, it's not using reset. It's doing a revert. And it's messing around. How the hell has he managed to do this wrong? Oh, look at that. It's doing the wrong order. There's a conflict. Yeah, there's a conflict because you don't know what you're doing. Stupid guy. Stupid LLM. Sometimes it's smart, sometimes it's not. Let me avoid try simple approach. Restore just the file from commit. Yeah, look at that. Abort revert. Yeah, so hit revert board. No output. Now let me check what's in the file and verify it's the version with embedded extra. Embedded text area. So it's like the restore to the embedded text area approach. This works offline without any server, just open to edit, modify the background site, this and that, and save it and refresh. If you want separate, yeah, that's use a simple one-liner server. Build a step that aligns. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So now this is going to work. Yeah. So as it says currently, we have, let me see, currently we have the index.html. Here it is, and it's embedded. Okay, we will keep going on with the next day. Next day prompt, it's going to be do not embed the presentation on remove the presentation content embedding on the HTML, rename index.html as index template.html, add index.html to hit ignore. If I add from hit ignore, I wouldn't be able to use it because that's how JIT pages work. Rename index.html, add a minimal make file system that creates unusual index.html file from index template that includes presentation.md. I mean, the thing is having several files for doing this, but for now. So this is the next day prompt. So we're going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. Here's the slides which I would need to write to improve them. We could have several markdowns, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do. But we will see how this goes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's end the stream. Hopefully now.